All right, welcome back. Got the DR10. Got the factory transmission blown apart. As you can see, taking a look, it does have a plastic idler gear. So, and it's got a plastic differential gear, literally all around. But it does have metal gears inside of it, and I'm hoping with the power that we're going to be putting down to this thing, I have run them before, differentials like this on 4S. So I'm hoping that this one will survive. If not, oh well. We got the B5 trans over there, and with a ball diff in it, and we'll figure out, get some parts ordered up from Hot Racing on it. But for now, I'm gonna roll with this, get this one rebuilt. I am gonna run the ball diff for a while before I throw this one in. I just want to have this one ready to go in case that trans blows up on the 3S, because I am putting in the 120 amp ESC. It is an ARMA takeout that I pulled out of my 4S Outcast. So here are our choices. As you guys can see, $7. This one's $8.99. These are what I paid for these. This is 500K. This is 1 million, and then I have 20 million here. And 20 million, as you see, I've already used half of it, but it settles back down and turns clear as can be. So it doesn't pour out very easy. That's pretty much locking it. But I just don't think we need this for these plastic gears. So even 1 million. This stuff is rock hard. As you guys can see, it's just a solid lump at 1 million. So even at 500K, here's 500K. And as you see, it's still a softer lump. So I'm going to roll with the 500K in this small diff. And we're going to go from there. My biggest concern with thinner fluids is leakage. I did pour, while all the gears were in here, I poured gas in here to try to clean out the grease so that I didn't have to blow it apart to wipe it out. And it drained right away. It went right past these. And there's two seals on this. There's a small red seal right there, and then there's another seal right in here. So there are two seals, but gas seemed to go right by it. So it does have a paper gasket where they connect together, which is a good sign. So I'm hoping that this diff with the 500K in it won't leak. I'm not expecting it to. And this one's kind of hard. I'm not used to this style of differential, but basically this goes in, and then there's a little pin that goes across down in there, and there's only one spot that's cut out, so that pin can slide through there. All the other ones, the pin won't come out. It'll only come out through that one little spot. So you got to kind of line up the hole and then get that thing dropped in there. I haven't tried to put it back together yet, but we're going to try now. So let's try it again. I don't know how I'm going to get that clip in there with that shim down in there, but we'll give it a shot. So that washer, I think, goes down in there first, and then we got to throw this pin in there. There we go. Washer's down at the bottom. Then we're going to drop this in there. There we go. That's popped in. So now that I got that in, I'm going to go ahead and throw in this mud. Actually, I'm going to put the bottom gears in first. The bottom set of small gears, I'm going to get that in first. There we go, flat spot facing up. And then I'm going to throw a little bit of this in here. This stuff truly is like mud. So now I'm going to take this gear set, face the part down, and see about slipping that in there. There we go. Got that put in there. I'm going to throw some more of this 500K. Just kind of squish it on in there. And then I'm going to face this down. I'm going to go get my heat gun. And I'm going to let that settle a little bit. So I'll be right back. All right, back again. Got my heat gun. So I'm going to throw this thing on a low setting and get some heat into this. It's definitely fluid is hot. What I'm doing is checking to, you can see how it kind of turned to glass. Just trying to make sure that I'll be able to get the other gear in. So this gear's got to sit on top, so I just want to make sure that there's room for that gear. So this gear, as you see, the washer and pin's already in it. I'm going to pop this back on. Like so. Throw my gasket in there. Like that. And then we're going to try to smash all this stuff together. And I fill them to the tip top and leave no room. A lot of people say that's wrong. It's the way I do it. Theoretically, you should leave an air pocket in there so that the fluid works and this fluid works like it should. Me, I pack it really, really tight so that it is tight. So it's taking a lot of movement to get that fluid to move around in there. But if you have an impact or something like that, it will hopefully shock and move that wheel. Other than that, you know, it's kind of locked. If you totally lock this and you hit a curb with one wheel and there's no give in this differential, it's usually going to strip out the gear. So that way, running it this way, if I hit a curb, hopefully the little gears in here will give a little bit and it won't strip the bigger gears on the outside. At least that's the way it works in my head. Makes a lot of sense, and I've been doing it this way for a while and it seems to be working. So I'm going to continue to go with that. So I'm going to smash this. I say smash, but I don't really mean smash. You kind of want to turn that gear so that the bolts line up. And then I'm going to take these and start them in these holes. And I'm going to start them by hand. Of course, crisscrossing it, because that's the way I was always taught. If you're putting on a wheel or putting any part on, water pump, I don't care what it is, you kind of want to crisscross it so that it's even. Even though I'm not cranking them all the way down right now, I just follow that pattern. Just so muscle memory, that it's natural. So this 500K, believe it or not, is really thick stuff. And I probably could have got away with like a 50 or 60K or, you know, even 100K. But kind of like we do on the bigger ones with the 20 million versus the 1 million is what I'm doing with the 500. With the 500K. So I've got my gun set on low impact because these are tiny, really tiny screws. And you can see everything that kind of squished out of there. I'm going to wipe it all over this gear because this is sticky stuff. And hopes that it lubricates that plastic. There we go. And as you see, I still have really good movement in this fluid. Get it all to work in there. Really, really good movement. Oh, wrong one. Now I'm going to hand check these to make sure I'm tight enough. Definitely tight enough. Double check to make sure I still have some movement. I'm going to throw the other bearing back on. And I'm going to clean up the excess. There we go. Differential is all back together. And you can see how dry this transmission was and all that movement. So I am going to throw a little bit of lubricant around this, just a little bit of Traxxas grease. And then we'll get it sealed back up. All right, guys.